Welcome to Dash, the Shakri'aya Chronicles, Into the Unknown. The portal's swirling energy spat the team onto solid ground, the air thick with the scent of something ancient and unseen. Hastings, Patel, Ortiz, and Ramirez staggered forward, weapons at the ready, as the glowing gate behind them sputtered and died. For a moment, silence reigned over the alien terrain, broken only by the distant hum of unknown forces. Their surroundings were nothing like the dark corridors of the Vault of Echoes they had left behind. Towering spires of crystalline structures stretched into a sky of perpetual twilight, emitting a faint, eerie glow. Beneath their boots, the ground was smooth, yet unnaturally cold, like polished obsidian. The air thrummed with an unseen energy, and faint, almost imperceptible whispers drifted on the wind, as if the very planet were murmuring secrets of its own.
Keep your eyes open,
Hastings ordered, his tone calm but firm. His face, etched by years of hardship, betrayed both caution and wonder.
We don't know what else roamed here before us.
Patel adjusted her scanner, its screen filled with erratic glyphs that shimmered under the ambient light.
We're definitely not in Kansas anymore,
She murmured, half amused and half in awe. Ortiz chuckled dryly as he surveyed the horizon.
Kansas never had floating rocks like these.
He pointed to massive boulders that defied gravity, drifting slowly in midair as if suspended by some unseen force. Ramirez knelt and lightly tapped the ground. Feels hollow, he said. His knuckles produced a faint metallic echo that contrasted with the organic silence of the landscape. Patel's eyes drifted back to the ancient tablet they'd recovered earlier. Its glyphs pulsed softly, as though urging them onward.
The inscription said, "Where knowledge sleeps beneath the spires of light." This must be the place,
She noted, a mixture of anticipation and trepidation in her voice.
Let's just hope whatever's sleeping here isn't too friendly.
Ortiz grumbled. Moving cautiously, the team advanced toward the nearest crystalline spire. As they drew closer, they observed that its surface wasn't uniformly solid, but layered, almost organic, pulsing faintly in the dim light. The structure exuded an aura of ancient life, as if it were more than mere stone.
This isn't just crystal.
Patel whispered, as she pressed her hand against the cool, shimmering surface.
It's alive.
At her touch, the spire vibrated. A deep, resonant hum filled the air, and intricate glyphs along its surface burst into light, sending cascading ripples through the surrounding formations. The ground trembled in response, an ominous prelude to what might lie ahead. Ramirez's instincts kicked in as he raised his weapon.
I don't like this.
He stated curtly. Without warning, a section of the ground in front of them split apart, revealing a spiral staircase carved from the very same alien material. The steps plunged downward into darkness, beckoning them deeper into the unknown. Ortiz exhaled sharply.
I hate it when the ground opens up. Always means bad news.
Hastings nodded gravely.
It's either an invitation or a warning. Either way, we go in.
Patel glanced back at the pulsing spire and then to the tablet in her hand.
This is the way. The first clue must be below.
With a shared nod of determination, the team descended into the depths. The spiral staircase led them into a vast underground chamber that defied expectation. Before them stretched a labyrinthine library, a sanctuary of forgotten knowledge. Towering bookshelves, constructed from unknown resilient materials, reached high into the darkness. Each shelf was laden with ancient tomes, glowing tablets, and relics from a civilization long erased from time. Floating orbs of soft light meandered through the aisles, casting delicate beams that danced across intricate mosaics on the floor.
This is incredible.
Patel whispered, her voice reverent.
It's not just an archive, it's a living memory of an entire people.
Ortiz pulled out his scanner and began sweeping the area.
This archive is ancient, but it's strangely pristine. There's no dust. Someone, or something, has been keeping it intact.
Ramirez's eyes narrowed.
Then we're not alone.
Almost as if on cue, A low chime resonated throughout the chamber. The floating orbs shifted their glow from soft white to a deep amber. From the farthest recesses of the library, vague, shadowy figures began to coalesce, humanoid shapes with indistinct features, silently watching.
They see us.
Hastings said in a low, steady tone. Patel's grip tightened around the tablet.
Maybe they're guardians of this place.
Let's hope they're more curious than hostile.
Muttered Ortiz. Trial of the Lost. The silent figures did not attack immediately. Instead, they raised their hands in a synchronized gesture, and a sequence of luminescent symbols emerged on the floor between them and the intruders. The symbols pulsed with a rhythmic cadence, as if presenting a challenge.
It's a test.
Patel declared, eyes darting between the glowing symbols and the tablet's inscription.
A puzzle we need to solve to move forward.
Or what happens if we fail?
Ramirez asked flatly.
Probably nothing good.
Ortiz replied with a wry smile, though the tension in his voice was palpable. Hastings stepped forward, his leadership unwavering.
Then we get it right.
Patel knelt beside the shifting symbols, her mind racing.
These correspond to celestial cycles.
She explained.
There's a sequence: star, moon, sun, then the pattern reverses. We need to step on them in that precise order.
The team moved deliberately. Each step was measured and cautious. With every correct activation, the spectral figures seemed to stabilize, their forms softening. But when Ortiz hesitated, a brief, fatal moment, and pressed a symbol out of sequence, the entire chamber trembled ominously. Without warning, the shadows surged forward. The previously passive guardians transformed into spectral warriors, their forms now defined by an eerie solidity. They brandished weapons of shimmering energy and closed the distance with alarming speed.
Defensive positions!
Hastings barked, his voice echoing off the stone walls. Ramirez fired his shotgun in rapid succession. His blasts passed harmlessly through one of the warriors, though they slowed its advance.
They're not fully solid,
he shouted. Ortiz scrambled for cover, recalibrating his scanner in a desperate bid to reset the puzzle.
We need to correct this, now!
With her heart pounding, Patel quickly reanalyzed the glyphs.
Hold on, let me fix it.
She moved with swift precision, stepping on the correct symbol. Almost immediately, the trembling ceased. The spectral warriors froze, their forms dissipating like mist in the morning sun. The ambient light of the orbs returned to its gentle state, and the shifting figures receded into the shadows. A cryptic reward. As silence reclaimed the library of shadows, the atmosphere shifted once more. The shelves began to rearrange themselves as if responding to an ancient command. In the center of the room, the floor slowly split open to reveal a small pedestal. Hovering above it was not the artifact they had imagined, but a delicate, fractured piece of crystal, radiating a faint, steady glow. Patel's eyes widened in disbelief.
It's not the artifact, it's just a fragment.
Hastings stepped forward carefully.
Then we're dealing with something much bigger than a single relic.
Patel knelt by the pedestal and examined the inscriptions etched into its surface.
It reads, 1 of 5. The artifact isn't whole. It's been scattered across different locations.
Ortiz let out a slow sigh.
So much for an easy find.
Ramirez's voice was grim.
That means more places like this, more puzzles, and undoubtedly more dangers.
Patel clutched the fragment tightly.
But also more answers if we can piece them together.
The moment she lifted the fragment, the entire chamber shuddered violently. The spectral figures wailed in unison before dissolving into nothingness, while the floating orbs flickered erratically as cracks began to spider across the walls.
Time to go!
Hastings commanded, and the team bolted toward the spiral staircase. They sprinted upward, as the Library of Shadows began to collapse behind them. By the time they emerged back into the alien night, the entrance had sealed itself, leaving nothing but silence and the echo of their footsteps. Patel held the fragment up to the dim light, watching as its glow pulsed in time with the ancient tablet in her pack.
We have our first piece.
she said, her voice a mixture of triumph and concern. Hastings nodded solemnly.
Then our journey has truly just begun. We need to find the rest before our enemies do.
Reflections. Under alien skies. After escaping the collapsing library, the team set up a temporary camp near the base of one of the crystalline spires. The night was deep and quiet, with the alien sky overhead painted in shifting hues of violet and indigo. Shadows played along the rugged terrain, and the distant glow of other spires hinted at mysteries yet to be uncovered. Around a small, makeshift fire, the team gathered to catch their breath and plan their next move. Ramirez, always the pragmatist, broke the silence.
We got lucky back there, but this is just the beginning. If the artifact is in 5 pieces, then every node like this will have its own set of puzzles and guardians.
Ortiz nodded, his eyes scanning the horizon thoughtfully.
It means we'll have to be smart and fast. Every delay could cost us more than just time.
Patel, still cradling the fragment, studied it closely.
I've been cross-referencing these glyphs with the tablet's inscriptions. They hint at locations, ancient nodes scattered across dimensions. Each piece may be protected by its own unique challenge. We're not just collecting relics. We're piecing together a map to something far more powerful.
Hastings stared into the flickering fire, his mind heavy with the implications of their discovery.
We must be cautious. There's a reason the Shakri'aya scattered the artifact. Its power could reshape entire worlds if it falls into the wrong hands. We're now the custodians of this legacy, and our choices will echo across dimensions.
As the night deepened, the team discussed strategy. They debated potential routes, shared theories about the Shakri'aya civilization, and weighed the risks of continuing their quest. In the quiet moments, each member wrestled with their own thoughts, memories of past missions, the weight of responsibility, and the tantalizing promise of unraveling secrets that could change the course of history. Patel, recording her thoughts on a small digital notepad, wrote, "Tonight, beneath alien skies, I feel both the burden and the promise of our quest. This fragment is a key, a clue to a larger puzzle that spans not just one world, but many. The road ahead is fraught with peril, yet it calls to us with the promise of knowledge and power." Setting the next course. With dawn's first light, the team dismantled their camp. The crystalline spires loomed like silent sentinels in the distance, and the horizon was marked by the soft glow of unknown energies. Hastings unrolled an old, tattered map that had been recovered from the Vault of Echoes, its edges worn by time.
According to this map,
Hastings explained, tracing a faded line with his finger.
there are several nodes, places where the energies of the artifact converge. This fragment is one of 5, and its inscription suggests that the next piece might lie near a region where the light is strongest.
Ortiz studied the map, his analytical mind already calculating the best route.
We need to head towards the eastern spires. The energy readings on my scanner are off the charts in that direction. It might be dangerous, but it's our best lead.
Ramirez grunted, loading his weapon with a determined edge.
Danger is what we do best. Let's move before nightfall. Every moment we waste, someone else might be on the same trail.
Patel carefully secured the fragment in her pack, her mind already racing with new possibilities.
This isn't just about finding pieces.
She said softly.
It's about understanding the legacy of the Shakri'aya. There's so much we don't know about their civilization, their technology, and why they chose to scatter their power across worlds.
Hastings looked up, his gaze steady.
Then our mission is twofold. Recover the fragments and unravel the secrets of the Shakri'aya. Our journey has just begun, and each step will reveal more about the mysteries we are meant to solve.
With a final glance at the horizon, the team set out. The path ahead was uncertain, paved with ancient riddles, hidden dangers, and the promise of extraordinary discovery. The alien landscape unfolded before them, a realm of shifting lights, mysterious echoes, and the silent watch of crystalline guardians. As they moved forward, the weight of their task settled over them. Each step carried the hope of unlocking the power to reshape destinies, and every shadow whispered a secret waiting to be uncovered. The fragment in Patel's pack pulsed softly, a steady reminder that the key to unimaginable power was scattered across dimensions, and that the true journey was just beginning. Hastings' voice, filled with determination, echoed through the silent world.
We are the seekers of lost knowledge, the keepers of forgotten power. No matter the obstacles, we press onward until the artifact is whole, and its true purpose revealed.
And so, with hearts steeled and minds alight with resolve, the team ventured into the unknown, into a future where every mystery held the promise of transformation, and every challenge was a step closer to understanding the true legacy of the Shakri'aya. Don't miss the next episode, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate your support. Thank you.